Okay, everybody. So, first video, gonna talk you through our LMLS routine. That stands for lunge matrix and leg swings, but that's a lot of words, so we just say LMLS. Every day before practice, we are going to do this routine. We recommend that you take 5 minutes to do it. You might be able to rush through all of these exercises faster than that, but doing so would require you to, like I said, rush through the exercises. So we really want you to take your time with these, get everything out of each of the stretches that you can. Really make sure that you're focusing on the muscles, getting loose before you go for your run. It will help so much with preventing injuries. But I'm going to step back. First thing you need to do when you're going into this routine is find something you can stabilize yourself with, whether that's holding onto a post or holding onto a bench or just leaning against a wall. You're going to want something to help support you. If you don't have anything to help hold your weight up, you're going to spend all of your energy, all of your focus on just staying upright. And again, you won't really be focused on the stretches like you need to be. So I've got a chair back here. But the very first thing, let me actually lower this some so you can see everything I'm doing. Very first thing with the lunge matrix, you're going to do just a normal front lunge. So face one direction, take a step forward, come down into the lunge position. You don't quite want your knee to reach the ground, but with everything else, you want to make, that's still not low enough. Hi, Lana. With everything else, you're trying to make right angles with your body. Your chest into the top part of your leg, this should be a right angle. Your leg into the lower half of your leg, this should be a right angle. But you want to keep your posture up the whole time you're doing it. Try to make those right angles. You come up, you switch legs, come down, hold it for 3 seconds, come back up, switch legs. You're going to do 10 times with each leg. You're going to alternate your legs, so 10 times total, 5 times for each leg. And something important I said there was to try to hold it for 3 seconds. With all of these exercises, you do not want to be bouncing. Making your muscles bounce before they're properly warmed up gives you a risk of tearing. You could get injured doing these stretches that we're doing to try to prevent injuries, so that would defeat the whole purpose. Go down, hold it for 3 seconds, let your muscles stretch out a little bit, then come back up, do the next step. So that was the front lunge. Next one is the front lunge with a twist. So again, take your step forward, come down, right angles all over the place, and then you're going to twist towards the leg that you have extended. So I've got my left leg out, so my right shoulder is going to come around towards my left leg, come back up, switch legs. Now I'm using my right leg, so my left shoulder is going to twist around towards my right leg, come back up. Next we have the lateral lunge, and then we have the backwards lunge. So lateral lunge is what it sounds like. You're going to step to the side, lean down into that leg, come back up. You should feel it in the opposite leg, kind of upper groin. Switch legs, go to the other side, back up. Again, 10 total, 5 on each side. And then the backwards lunge, very similar to the front lunge. You'll come backwards, and this time you'll drop that back knee instead of the front knee. Hold it 3 seconds, come back up, rotate. The lunges are pretty straightforward. If you've played any sport in the past, you've probably done lunges, but just really focusing on keeping your shoulders up, keeping your body upright, hitting those right angles. If you're making the right angles, you know you've gone deep enough without overextending anything. So next thing, and this is where we're really going to want the chair, is with the leg swings. So these are pretty straightforward for the first two and then pretty complicated for the second two. So first thing is just forward leg swings. You go forwards, you go backwards. Again, sorry, Lana. Again, you're trying to keep these controlled. You don't want to be flailing all over the place because then that's when you can hurt yourself. But just forward and backwards, switch legs. But that's forward leg swings. Sideways leg swings. Find your stationary spot. We're going to go left and right this time. But you should feel this opening up all the parts of your hip, all the parts of your groin. Next one, and this one's probably the only exercise that you haven't done before, but we're going to do something called hurdle trail leg forward and then hurdle trail leg backwards. So definitely find something to stabilize yourself here. What we're going to do is we're going to assume we're jumping over a hurdle. When you jump over a hurdle, your front leg always just goes over it like normal, but you've got to do weird, goofy stuff with your back leg to get it up and over and around whatever you're jumping across. So I'll use my right leg here, but we're assuming front leg's already gone over the hurdle, and then what you're going to do is you're going to bring your knee up to the side, bring your foot up, and then you're going to go over the invisible hurdle. Make sure your knee is high enough to get over about where your hip is, and then make sure your foot also comes up over about where your hip is. You've got to pull that foot up, otherwise you're missing half of the exercise. So again, you'll come out to the side, you'll bring your foot up and around that invisible hurdle next to where your hip was going to be. So that's hurdle trail leg forward, and we're also going to do it backwards. So hurdle trail leg, hurdle trail leg backwards. Same motion, just going the opposite direction. So that is it for LMLS. After that, you're going to go do your warm-up loop, and you'll come back and we'll do dynamic drills second.